What's going on, traders? It's Ricky with Techbuds Solutions. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for our team to start joining in. For those that never have watched any of our videos, my name is Ricky. This group is Techbuds Solutions. We're a little bit over now 35,000 members worldwide. And the thing that we do best is we provide a supportive environment for both new and experienced traders. This is for day traders, investors, entrepreneurs, real estate, just any type of person that wants to pursue a career in some entrepreneurial type of market. Then this is I think the channel for you because of the platform that we have established. So this video is going to be specifically on talking about the stocks that we talked about yesterday and kind of just some news updates. So the news update that will come at the end of the video. I did want to update you guys and first apologize that I did not go live about 2 hours ago when the market opened, or a little bit during pre-market hours, because that's usually what we do. Monday through Friday we go live during pre-market hours, and I apologize that I was not able to do that. I'll talk about that in just a bit. Let me go ahead and recap on the stocks that we talked about yesterday in our Sunday stock talk, how we kind of planned them out to play out, and just kind of see how they followed up. I'm still not actively trading. I'll tell you guys what I've been up to, but today's going to be a really exciting day. And I'd love to take you guys along, and I'm going to try to keep you guys up to date. So I apologize. It's not going to be all about stocks today, not even in just this video, but yeah, I'll disclose exactly what it is that it's going to be. And I think a lot of you, because of the reason you guys follow me, I don't want to say you guys are going to get excited, but you guys are really going to enjoy what's going to happen today. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen. And just so you guys know, I'm using the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform, and this is how we're going to be analyzing stocks. I'm pretty sure for those that joined us for our live stream, someone called out Jagex, and they're like, "Hey, Ricky, what is it that you think about it?" And I was like, well, look, let's do a 180-day analysis. We see that it has nice little pumps up. It's seen a downward trend. And we said, well, based on it already having its pump, it's most likely going to continue seeing a downward trend. And that's exactly what happened. It actually broke the support that we called out at 65 cents. And now it's going towards that 55 to 50 cent support that we called out as well. If you go back enough. Yeah, so the 50 cent support. So what I'm going to do is, again, I don't trade these stocks because they're less than $1, and that doesn't meet my criteria. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my alert when it goes below 55. Let's go ahead and move on, and then let's move on to AMD. AMD was one that we called out, and it's one that we talked about that we needed the resistance to be broken at $14 or a break above $14.20, because we saw that was a previous resistance. It did break above 14.20, but did not hold. So again, overall resistance right now, if you guys could see, for 3 days in a row, resistance at 14.20, and it's still looking like now it's trying to bounce at the same support that it had. So this might actually be a decent swing trade if everything goes according to plan, if the bounce and everything shows good. Again, this is about a 3.43% potential, and it's staying within the margins that it stayed within the past 3 days. It looks like it's really trying to push through this resistance at 14.20, making its way back up to $15. But we really need to see a solid bounce and some momentum to push on through this resistance. RSI indicator is indicating that it's below 30 RSI, which means that it's more on the oversold side. So therefore, that's a good indicator. But again, we don't buy based on just one indicator. So I'm not going to make my opinion just based on that. I do have my alert if it goes below 1360. But what I will do is once it starts showing signs of upward momentum, I want to be alerted once it breaks above 1390. Therefore, I can alert the team how everything goes from there. Now let's go ahead and go to the other one that we call a CYTR. I saw a lot of people call this one out this morning, and I can see why. It looks like they had a previous resistance at 90 cents. I said that this one was most likely not going to be a good trade. Again, am I always 100% correct? No. It looks like it still saw almost a 10% increase, almost exactly, from 90 cents to 99. That is, yeah, almost 10%. And it has a resistance, as you guys could tell, at $1. Now it's seen a pullback, trying to bounce at that same support. So again, resistance previously was 90 cents. As it breaks above the resistance and now it comes back down, it becomes a new support. So this area is most likely where it's going to try to bounce at, and it's going to try to most likely approach $1 based on the volume die now, and based on, now it kind of getting a little bit lower, right? As you guys can see, these little blue bars indicate the volume. It's starting to decrease. Therefore, we're most likely going to see a break in the support if the demand isn't there. So didn't really like CYTR. Again, it's below $1, so it does not meet my criteria. I did like that we called out GNC, but people might be asking, well, why, Ricky? It's down 6%. But if you guys remember our live stream yesterday, I called out that it had a resistance at $11. And if we go far enough back, that it hit that resistance, that the previous support that it had, which was $11. And I said if it either breaks above $11, it could be a runner, but most likely we're going to see a pullback all the way back down to this $6 to $7 support. And that's why I have these alerts keeping me up to date on where it stands. So right now we're right around this 950 support, and we're most likely going to try to see it like, it's going to try to hold, but most likely it's just going to see a nice consistent downward trend all the way back down to this, $7 support. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put an alert when it goes below $9, just to make sure that I'm kept up to date on, how it ends up playing out. But now that it's down below $10, I'm going to put an alert if it goes above. Again, just wanting to stay up to date, and that's what I use these alert forwards, just so I know where GNC stands. So I think we played that one pretty safe. Now with Save, what the heck is going on with Save? So I think we called this one out perfectly as well. We called out the margin, the support from $38, almost $39, and that resistance at $40. Guys, it was at the resistance, and now it was seeing a pullback. It bounced right at that 39 support that we've called out. So let's do a 2-day analysis. And if you guys see, based on the previous support that it had, again, it bounced maybe a little bit below, what was that, 310, 312? Again, it bounced and it held above $39, which is what we called out. So again, buy low, and then understanding that the resistance is around $40, or what is this, like 40, 50? Builds this margin of profit, understanding where you could buy low and then sell high. So if you would have gone in, even not at the lowest point, but like, after the bounce, getting in at 39.25, and then not even selling at the highest point, let's just say that you sell at 40.23. That's still 2.44% profit. Again, this is by Spirit Airlines, the airplane company, right? So, or the airline company. But obviously not a penny stock. This is something that you can manage a little bit easier. It's easier to trade. It's easier to identify your potential. It doesn't move as quick. And these are the stocks that I would recommend for people to start off with, because it's just, you don't have to make, a decision like based on impulse if you're trading like a super low cap stock, right? Like, a 50-cent stock, if you lose 1 cent, you're already down like, 2% or 2%. So with this one, if you lose, even a couple cents, you're not even down 1%, right? So it gives you more time to plan out your trade, see the potential, and see where to cut losses or where to lock in profits and stuff like that. So you do have to be a little bit more patient with this, because it doesn't always just increase straight up. Sometimes it does, as you can see, slowly increases, and it could be pretty daunting to like, just lock in profits, or it could almost feel like torture based on people that I've talked about when they swing trade. So let's go ahead and move on to ZN, because we called that one out yesterday in yesterday's live stream. This one, again, we called out the resistance that it had at like 440. Hasn't broken above 440. It saw a pullback, held above, what is this, 380. But overall, what we called out for ZN, if you guys didn't tune in, was this, was the support, the bounce that it had at 330, and then the resistance that it had again at 440. So let's see if we can pull that up. Nope. There we go. So if you guys could see, this was a previous support, and then it became a new resistance. So now as it bounced at this support right here, it built this margin of profit, but it wasn't able to break it, and now it's showing signs of downward momentum, but it looks like it's picking up. But then again, its new highs aren't as high as the previous highs, so it's slowly staircasing down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply set my alert when it starts breaking these supports. So again, I can be kept up to date on when the stock is back at this, support area around $3.30, and that's just my opinion on it. So the only other one that I want to follow up with was JDST. And JDST was the one that I was trading, and it came down to understanding after reanalyzing the stock yesterday. If we do a 20-day or let's see, 180-day analysis, I saw that overall it has a pretty solid support. I called out the flat support at $60, but then if you look a little bit closer, and if you look a little bit closer to these previous support lines right here, around like 59.33, it does end up sometimes bouncing to lows of 59 and even 58 sometimes, if you guys could see here, around 56. So why is that important? Well, with JNUG being the inverse ETF, JNUG is the one that's doing well today compared to JDST, but based on my opinion, JNUG is more oversold or overbought than JDST. Therefore, I still see more potential with JDST. I'm still going to cut my losses, but I did not set my stop loss. I changed my plan, but it was because I reanalyzed the stock and I saw that it had different potential. This is something that I personally chose to do, and in no way does that mean that you guys have to do it. And I always talk about, always sticking to your original plan and stuff like that. But when it came down to actually analyzing JDST, I don't think I did a very good job. And that's just my opinion. So that's why I decided to, still continue to hold JDST. And I'm going to buy a little bit more shares with the current price point that it's at right now. And that's just my opinion. In no way does that mean that you guys have to trade it. If you guys want to go with the opposite of what it is that I'm doing, then that would be JNUG. And, I wish you guys the most success. But I see the most potential in JNUG because it's at the support and then it has a resistance at $75 and it builds a pretty decent margin for profit, even if I want to swing trade. And why is it that I'm swing trading, right? I always talk about I'm never swing trading anything. I always see more opportunity with day trading, and it has to come down to kind of like three things. So the first thing is I'm extremely busy now trying to work with different people within Techbuds, not only like the members itself, but also people that I'm trying to partner up with to offer different markets that they can I'm trying to partner up with different gurus in different markets, as in like Forex, binary options, different styles of trading, and like, e-commerce, digital marketing, to offer a platform. So Techbud Solutions can be much more than just a day trading platform, but can be a platform for anyone that wants to see any form of success. So that's what I'm working on right now. And I want to thank you guys all for everything that is that you guys do and supporting me and, these next couple of weeks, because it's the time that I'm going to be building the team. And I'm also working on that structured lesson library that I've been talking to you guys about, making sure that I can guide you guys in the right direction when it comes down to starting to trade stocks. And I'm also going to do the same thing for the different members within our group. So that's one of the first reasons that I'm swing trading, because I'm really busy now during the mornings, and I would love to still continue going live as much as possible. But yeah, so okay, I was reading a couple comments. One of the comments is saying, Ricky, you should suggest everyone to get together within their own community. If we all get close together, we could help teach one another more, like posts. Yeah, and I definitely understand that. I think, and that's by Kane 69% or Francisco. And that's definitely something that we're working on. And I think the best way that we're going to be able to stay connected is within our platform that we're developing for Techbud Solutions, and that's going to be our website. But it is, we're still working on that specific website, and it's expected for the beta version to be available at the end of August. And I've confirmed this with my developers. And that's something that I'm definitely working towards. But it's very hard to stay connected when we're all in different platforms. And that's one of the things, the biggest drawbacks on why I was trying to work so hard to develop this platform. It's because I have some people on Facebook, I have some people on the GroupMe app, I have some people on Discord, and then I have some people that just tune in for these live streams. So we're all in different locations. I'd like to have just one platform, which is like, it just makes it that much more efficient and effective for us to communicate with one another. And that's what I'm working on. But the biggest thing is the cost that it's costing me every single month to develop this platform that I have to fund myself when I'm not making $1 off of Techbuds. And that's the hardest thing, but it's something that I'm very passionate about, and that's why I'm continuing to use my resources to fund not only the platform, but also partner up with these series of gurus that excel in their specific markets and offer them a specific compensation. So that's kind of where I'm leading. I'd much rather invest my own money into something that I think I can grow into something much larger for the overall good of the community. And I hope you guys see value in that, and I hope you guys understand that that's my goal for this group. Second thing, I was trying to close a deal today. That's probably one of the biggest deals that I've been, it doesn't have to do with real estate or anything like that. It has to do with just, I was reaching out with an investor, and we're trying to close a deal. And this deal with the seller and the investor, and just trying to get all the mechanics down. And I had to jump on a lot of calls today. And I will tell you guys, and I will announce what this deal is tonight for my live stream. I'm probably going to post it around 5:36 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And that is, really just it. So I'm super excited. I didn't get much sleep last night just because I had so much things kind of going on. But it's something, it's definitely one of, a big dream of mine. And now we're making it more into like a business. And it's something cool that I'm able to share with, really cool partners that really believe in what it is that I'm doing. So I want to thank all of them, and I want to thank all of you guys for the sacrifice, of allowing me to take extra time off too. Looks like you closed a deal with that pillow in your bed. Hello. But yeah, I was just over the phone, so I didn't actually go anywhere. So that's why I'm like pretty sloppy, and I do apologize. I'm not usually like, I don't want to say I'm not presentable usually, but I'm usually at least like decent. So I do apologize. It's just been a crazy morning, jumping on calls and trying to get everything structured to, close the deal. So that's been my morning. And the last thing, when it comes down to day trading, like I say, you should never trade when you're not fully focused, or day trade, especially because of the whole mechanics and the risk involved when it comes to trading. And this is the best thing I think that I can talk about, regardless of like, what my deals are or anything like that I have going on aside from trading. For those that are watching this video, are most likely watching it because, you guys like the content that I produce, or because you guys are day trading or swing trading. And one of the things that I always recommend is to never day trade or never invest when you're not fully, just set on making it happen. What I mean by that is I'm not fully focused on day trading today because of another deal that I have going on that I feel that much more important at this specific moment. So why would I day trade or focus my time on the specific, stock? When I saw potential on certain day trading stocks within the morning, the market open, I just didn't have time to actually execute on them. So I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to try to hope for the best. I'm going to plan and I'm going to try my best when I have, the time available. And that's one of the biggest recommendations that I can have is never force a trade. Only invest when you feel comfortable trading, and only when you see value and when you feel that you can actually, from start to finish, actually execute. And that's one of the biggest things. With swing trading, I don't need that much attention. I identify the potential. It's a much slower type of just investment, right? It's still a nice little margin for profit, but again, instead of locking in, 2 to 3% per position, and if I day trade like 2 or 3 times a day, it could end up adding to a decent amount. But with swing trading, sometimes it's 3% to 4% within a series of days. So it's a much lower growth, but it's maybe more consistent. But it's not the style that I like. But again, when it comes down to the position that I'm put this morning and for the next couple of days, I'm going to be extremely busy developing the lesson library that I told you guys about, as well as closing this deal and all the mechanics that are involved on the back end of this. I also have some news about like my investment property. A couple of my tenants are leaving, so I have 2 rooms now available. And I'm going to be reaching out to all the people that have subscribed to my Milky Assets. The link is down below. If you guys aren't part of it, you guys simply just subscribe to the email list. And if you guys are within the Arizona area or want to live in one of my entrepreneurial type of properties, what I do is I house entrepreneurial students, and then I help them start their and help them structure and fund their startup idea. They go to school while they're here, so you guys can attend ASU Polytechnic or any local community college. And then we also provide you with we try to provide you a gateway for a stable job that makes about $40,000 to $50,000 while working, going to school, and then still trying to pursue your dreams. So it is a lot of work, and it's not for everyone, but it's something that I've established that I think for the right people that we filter out, it could be a really decent or a really amazing opportunity. And that's really just it. So you guys can feel free to click that link. It says Milky Assets, and feel free to subscribe if you guys are really interested in living in one of my properties, and that would be within the next month. So within the Arizona area, feel free to let me know. You guys can direct message me if you're really, really interested, and you can direct message me within the Discord group chat. So but guys, I wish I can take like one of you guys with me today with everything it is that I'm doing, and it could capture like everything it is that or like the whole experience. So I'll try to bring my camera and I'll try to film it, but I'm not too sure if sometimes will be appropriate for this specific deal, just because it might not just be appropriate, but I will try to capture as much as I can for you guys, because it's gonna be like a really cool experience. And I'm definitely I want to thank you guys all for for all the motivation that you guys give me. And it's definitely a true blessing to be in the position where I am right now. And it's all because of you guys, because of the ongoing motivation and support that I have from you guys, to pushing me to develop this platform, for pushing me to, work harder in my other, businesses, and just as an individual, like myself, right? I feel like I'm a much more just respectful individual, because I have to kind of think about not just myself, but the team. And that's just the approach that I like to take. Am I buying a brothel? I am not buying a brothel. But that's it, guys. So I'm going to try to get some of the admins within the Techbuds Solutions to shout some of you guys out, just because I don't know if I'm going to have too much time to shout everyone out within the group chat that are doing extremely well. So I did see a couple posts, and I do want to thank you guys all for doing such an amazing job. I'll keep you guys up to date on my position with JDST and when I decide to buy on more shares. But other than that, guys, that's really just it. Looks like JNUGA is dropping, so JDST just broke above 60, and that's what I like to see, showing signs of upward momentum. And Snapchat still sucks, just to let you guys know, for those that are wanting to stay up to date on that, then it definitely still isn't doing very well. For those that are joining us for the first time, again, the link is down in the description to join the Facebook group for Techbuds Solutions. And I just want to let you guys know that, let me just show you. For those that do want to be a part of our group or are not a part of our Discord group chat, I did share the link publicly with everyone now. So let me go ahead and go here. And this is the Techbuds Solutions Facebook group. So once you get accepted, this is what it looks like. Again, pinned post. On the top pinned post that you guys all have access to, this is the group chat link. You click on this, you download the Discord app, you verify your email to have access to the group chat, and then we just have a series of rules. If there is any rule that is broken, and we're having like a zero toleration when it comes to this, if we see any rule of spamming or posting anyone else's group or trying to solicit anything within our group, we will block you and remove you from our community. We're growing at a rate of like 500 to 600 people per day, and we're providing this free platform for everyone. And if we see any form of manipulation, someone trying to overhype a stock or is not in the best interest for the overall group within that is posting within our platform or anything like that, we will remove you guys, because it comes down to we don't have the manpower to deal with all the BS, right? For people that just aren't, really wanting to make this happen. This platform, we don't tell you what to trade, we don't tell you what to buy, and we won't tell you when to sell. This platform, what we do is we share best practices, we share mistakes, in effort to promote overall group growth. And people might be thinking, well, why is that important? Well, understanding that we all post different videos, and we all have different styles of trading, and we all try to help you at least learn and provide the fundamentals of trading, right? Or investing. And that's definitely what you have us for. We're here to educate you on the fundamentals of trading and based on our experience. But when it comes down to you asking, where should I buy, where should I sell, or, just telling you actually to make the investment, that's not something we're here to do. And if you see any form of manipulation or someone overhyping a stock, we remove them right away, because then it becomes more of a stock twits type of platform and people just talking about and overhyping the stock that they're investing. And that's not the platform that I'm here to develop. I feel if I can develop an overall just better general understanding of how to invest and how to be successful with a good foundation and good techniques, then the overall understanding of how to be successful, how to be a successful day trader can be that much more effective and efficient for the thousands of people that can join our group for free. But it comes down to filtering all those people that are not in the best interest of our overall group. So I hope you guys see value in that. And if you guys don't, just don't join. And it's as simple as that. So if you guys do want to join, again, the link is down in the description. I'd love to be a part of your success, as long as I have your guys' word and dedication to, not only helping yourself, but helping others and going out of your way to answer people's questions. And just, it's a whole networking environment. And we're definitely a team compared to just any other platform, right? We're definitely a team, and we're here to help one another out. And you can definitely tell that by simply scrolling down and seeing all the supportive comments that we have within our platform. So I'm just going to leave it there. Let's see. But that's really just it. So thank you guys again so much for watching. If there is anything else that it is that I can do for you guys, I am gonna dedicate just because I'm gonna dedicate 4 minutes within this live stream. So if you guys don't want to tune in, I 100% understand. Again, I will be posting or I will be going live later today, showing you guys if everything goes according to plan with the deal that I'm trying to close. I will keep you guys up to date. But feel free to reach out to me if you guys have any questions. You direct message me within the Discord group chat once you guys get in and verify your emails. But I'm going to dedicate a couple minutes to answer some of your guys' questions. So that's really just it. I do want to make sure that you guys understand that if you guys don't like my style of trading, we do have 2 other group members. Brad, who leads the OTC stock group, please feel free to subscribe to him. And then Connor, which is the momentum trader, and please feel free to subscribe to him because they are both, without them, I wouldn't be able to have such an effective team within the different niches within the market. So feel free to, subscribe to them because they have their own successful style of trading. So thank you guys again for tuning in, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. So I'm going to answer a couple of your questions right now, and let's go from there. So Aslam Labib says, what's your thought on binary options? Well, when it comes down to any market, I think it's no surprise that any market, right, regardless if you see potential in it or not, does have potential to make money because there are successful people within that market. Regardless of what people say, it might be more difficult or less people might see success, but regardless of what they say, there's always a form of success in that market and certain techniques that have led them to be successful in that market. It comes down to being able to capture and be exposed to those techniques that can lead to your success, that can make it that much more effective and efficient to be successful in that specific market. So just thought I'd let you know on that. And yeah. Nathan Grayman says, Ricky, can I be the official Techbuds Solutions scrammer, please? 100% yes. Pray for the deal. First rule about Techbuds. Tell everyone about Techbuds. Dave, you're hilarious. Ricky, how much % should you invest of your capital per trade? Well, love your dedication, bro. I appreciate the support. When it comes down to that initial question of how much should you invest, I think a better understanding is, have you proven to yourself that you can be a profitable day trader, meaning that you have like a consistent pattern or accuracy rate that you have seen that you are successful. And if you have, then it comes down to understanding how much of your account are you willing to risk. It all comes down to like risk management, and the position that I take, right, with my account usually sitting a little bit over $30,000, and my usual position is anywhere from $3,000 to $3,500. It's been a little bit over $3,500 now. So I usually take a position that's about like 11 to 10% of my overall account. But again, I'm not under the PDT rule, so it really doesn't matter too much for me on that. It's just, that's my opinion. So, but it's not my opinion. That's what I do. Zamiri says, do you have any mentors? If so, have they played a big role in your success? I think I've never had anyone that has like, directly guided me in the right direction other than my father. And what I mean by that is my father didn't like, he knows nothing about what it is that I do with Techbuds. Actually, my parents didn't like that I was sharing everything it is that I was making and my whole life, right? They saw when it started catching on that, we're Hispanic, and there's always that negative connotation, like you should keep yourself private and not share everything or disclose anything with the group. But I think with the I saw an opportunity when it came down to the power of the internet and the positive effect and impact I can have on people by simply risking a little bit more, but doing it at my own scale. So he wasn't a direct mentor, but he's definitely one that I looked up to when it came down to like, he's the one when I was like saving money to buy my GTR that told me to, if you buy your house first, that would be a better, initial investment, and then you can make the decision to buy your GTR. And because of that, I have this property, and then it led me to be able to afford that many more properties because of the type of structure that I built when it came down to structuring my like real estate property management company. But that's a good question. Definitely my dad is one that I've always looked up to when it came down to like just always working hard. And he's someone that will sacrifice anything for his family because that's just the type of individual that he is. Peter Wrinkle says, work with your head, not your back. That's, my dad would say that in Spanish, but 100% that's almost exactly what it is that he said. He said, because, we're educated and my dad's not educated at all. I mean, as in like, he didn't like, he's from Mexico and he didn't go to, college or anything like that, but he's one of the smartest men that I know. And he's done a lot of very good things for his family, and it's just something that I really do admire, and it's something that I look forward to, and I don't think I thank him enough, although right now he says he's very proud of me, but overall, like the reason I try to work so hard is so I can provide a stable income not only for myself, but for my family, and not have to worry, or having them to worry about anything, and that's the goal that I want to achieve, and provide obviously a platform for everyone to see success, because that's what I really see value in. What inspired you to start trading? I was too young to get a job. So that's what inspired me. It was a creative way to start making money. But man, I was wrong. I did not start making money until like years down the road. After I lost a good amount of money, I started paper trading. But the biggest thing was I never gave up, and I always knew that the stock market had potential. And regardless of what you think, if you think that it doesn't have potential or you haven't seen success, understand that people make millions of dollars every single day within the stock market. You're obviously just doing something wrong. But if it's not the best market for you, then again, then don't invest in it. Then simply identify a market that's better for you, and then set up a plan on how you're going to be successful, and then go for it. That's always something that I recommend. I know the stock market isn't going to be the best or like everyone else, or be like just the best for every single individual, because we're all structured and wired differently, and that only makes sense. I'm very, I think, consistent, patient, and determined, and not everyone's like that. Sometimes people like more of a passive income and don't really want to work for it, and that's totally okay. And there's different markets for that specific type of desire. I'm really glad I'm able to watch this on airport Wi-Fi. No days off. I appreciate that. What is that? Matt, is it Mathis? Thanks for answering my question. I'm also Hispanic and have a similar story to yours. However, your success has been a huge inspiration for me. Keep up the good work. And that's one of the biggest things. And that's by Zamiri. Like, that's one of the coolest things. Like, dude, we're connected because of the internet. And it comes down to, like, we do have so much power because of the internet, but it's how we use it. And people use it sometimes to hate. And it could be as useless as that, or sometimes people can use it. Words are a powerful thing, and it's how you structure it, and how you express it, and how people, understand them. So that's one of the coolest things. How do you trade as an underage teen? You have to have a custodial account. Ethan Van Orem says, you're a very generous person in your position. We all thank you for that. I appreciate that. I really do. But I want you guys to understand that I created Techbuds not only to help others, but to help myself as well. And what I mean by that is you guys motivate me so much more, because I have to work so much harder to make this platform a reality. And that's one of the things that motivates me the most. So don't just think that you guys are helping me. Every time that someone emails me or direct message me, I always thank you guys for your time. And you guys are like, what the heck, Ricky? Thank you for your time. No, it's always thank you for your time and for dedicating. Sometimes you guys compose enormously long messages, and it's a beautiful thing. It's you guys dedicated time, and I dedicate my time, or find my time, very valuable. Therefore, I would consider you guys to do the same, because you guys are reaching out to me. And we're not filming videos that are like funny videos all the time and stuff like that. It's not just always for entertainment, but it's for personal growth and financial growth. And I think that's one of the most important things, that you guys don't only see value in what it is that I produce, but for me as a person. And that's definitely an amazing thing. Can I become an entrepreneur at the age of 16? You have to understand that an entrepreneur is just someone that finds a creative way on how to make income, or how to provide a solution for people. So you can be an entrepreneur at any time, like, once you start thinking of creative ways on how to make money, or how to find a creative way to provide a solution, then that would be, in a sense, a so-called entrepreneur. Says, any suggestions for some good working RSIs? Not too sure what you mean by that. I use the one on TD Ameritrade. All right, guys, but I'm going to end it there. Looks like I went a little bit more. So Claudio Flores says, thank you for being, thank you for being you, man. I appreciate that. Stay hungry, stay humble. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for answering my questions, of course. Okay, so thank you guys for everything. Hey, Ricky, you're gonna have a meetup in Gilbert. I'm not too sure, guys. Like, there's just so many things that I want to do with each and every one of you guys, right? Like all these meetups and these events that you guys are wanting to, like, for us, wanting to put together. But my main focus right now is kind of just establishing Techbuds and building and getting the structure done. So therefore, it could almost run itself, and then I can dedicate more time to like really help you guys out. And I want you guys to understand there's just so many frequently asked questions on, like, hey, Ricky, can I have a one-to-one? Hey, Ricky, can you provide a more structured, like, just content, and that's definitely something that I'm working on. A lot of people have been trying to jump on Skype calls with me. I don't use Skype, and if you see anyone reaching out to you saying that like asking for personal information, I never ask for personal information. I never reach out to you either, or I never give out my email, and my only email is provided for you on my YouTube channel, and that is it. So if you guys see anyone using my cover picture, just know that that's most likely not me. But I'm telling you that I am working on establishing Techbuds solutions to filter out all that like fraud and spam, people pretending to be me, because it has misguided a lot of people, and I don't want people to be misguided, especially now with the platform that I'm trying to build. So I am trying to work on developing on a platform that will allow me to jump and schedule conference calls with individual members, the ones that see value in that, as well as I am trying to build a structure for the content. Therefore, they can tell you from A to Z on how I day trade and what has led to my success. And as well, I am working on an efficient platform, a way that people that want to day trade, swing trade, or any type of investing type of market, providing a platform that makes it effective and efficient for people to communicate with one another and network. And I want it accessible and like free for everyone when it comes to the platform, right? So that's really just it. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I know I took quite a bit of your time. This thing went a lot longer than I expected, but I think the information that was shared was good. So I want to thank you all those for tuning in. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you guys like this video. We'd really appreciate the support any way that you guys can. If you guys feel the content that we shared today can benefit someone else, then feel free to share it with them. But most importantly, guys, continue working hard, continue doing and following your dreams with whatever it is that you want to pursue, and just have a plan. That's one of the most important things. Plan out how you're going to be successful, be consistent, stick to your plan, and you will see success at your own pace. And that's one of the biggest things. So like always, guys, we will see you. No, what the heck? I didn't even say it correctly this time. I'm pretty tired, guys. I didn't get much sleep, like less than average. I think like 2 or 3 hours. But like always, guys, I hope we end the year on a green note. Man, that was choppy as well. Take care, guys. We'll see you guys